Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I found a little problem with this satellite making facility. As you can see, the accumulators are backing up, and that's causing us a little bit of a problem because this thing has everything it needs to make a satellite right now, except for accumulators. There's a million of them on the line here, but this inserter here seems to be a little bit obsessed with solar panels right now. He's going to actually grab solar panels until they're completely buffered up, which, from what I can figure, is probably around 150 to 300, something like that. Does that seem right? I don't know. I just know that he keeps going, and it's extremely annoying. It's a fairly easy fix, though. Basically, what we want to do is set that as a splitter. We want to put a filter on that for accumulators and set it to the other side. And as long as we get accumulators going on one side and solar panels going on the other, this guy can maintain his obsession. That's fine. He likes solar panels. What are we going to do about it? But this gives this guy up here an opportunity to do a little bit of grabberating and to actually get the stuff we need in order to get the satellites done. It's looking good to me. I think this will end up working out for us. We have a slight obsession here with the blue circuits as well. We don't need nearly as many radar as we do accumulators, though. So I haven't seen that happen. But if we do, we now know the fix for it. We can just send that out and grab it on the other side or something like that, which will be just fine. So, yeah, we've spent the last couple of episodes, we've been working on space science. That's what all this has been about. All these control units and all of these satellites and all of these low-density structures and all these blue circuits and all this stuff is just to get to making the space science. And I think we should do that this episode. We need to make space science-making facilities, or rocket silos, as the kids are calling them nowadays. So let's get on the other side of the intro, and we'll start working on that. All right, well, I'm going to move kind of over here out of the way and just plonk this guy down. Rocket silos can take speed modules, and they build rocket parts, which take 10, 10, and 10 of rocket fuel, low-density structures, and rocket control units. And basically, every time they make one, that increments this percentage right here. And when it gets to 100%, the rocket launches. Usually that's 100 of these. But with productivity modules, we're getting a bit of a bonus, 40%. So that is pretty significant. So yeah, always have productivity modules in your rockets. I think even back at my main base, I put productivity modules in there just because of the savings that you get from them. All right, so let's talk about speed modules now, and beacons. We can set up a pattern. Well, I mean, you don't have to set up this pattern. You can just basically circle it with beacons. But if you do like 3 and then 3, and you skip a space right here, you can do a pattern all the way around. And this basically maximizes the amount of interior space you can get in here. Interior space as in right in here, which is a good thing for what we're going to be doing with it. I want to set this up in such a way. So I think in the last series, what I did was I basically just had inserters grabbing from belts, and I think we may have doubled those at some point. Or no, maybe I did something with robots and chests. I don't remember. I would have to go look. But I want to do something. I want to buffer the inputs coming into here, and why that is there's basically 25 seconds, something like that. I forget the time on that. Of parts where we're going through the animation, where we're opening up the doors and the rocket's coming out, and then the rocket launches. And during that whole time, we're not making rocket parts, and the belts that are feeding it will just back up completely. And what I would like to do is take that time to buffer that input into chests while that's happening, and then have a stack inserter grabbing from those chests into here to kind of maximize the amount of time that we spend. Because a stack inserter can grab from a chest and direct insert a lot faster than it can grab off a belt. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can make that work. So what I'm thinking is, let's grab us a red underground here, is if we take a red underground and do something like this, and then we get a steel chest and put it right there, and then grab some stack inserters. And you know what? We may not even need stack inserters. Probably fast inserters would be fine there. Let's start with that and see how that is, because we're not having like a lot of stuff coming on the belt here. It's pretty sporadic, right? And we're gonna have two inserters grabbing those. So we'll try it with that, see how that works. And then, yeah, they're going to feed into that chest, and then the stack inserter right here is going to feed into here. Okay, so we need one of those. We need another one for something else. And then we need another one for something else. All right, and then we're going to need one more thing over here, which is going to be this kind of thing right here, which is going to be our science out. And I think 2 stack inserters will work for that. I'm sure that'll be fine. And you know what? We don't need to do this here. We can do the little whirligig with the splitter. I think that'll work out just fine, and it'll save just a little bit of space. Yeah, I think that'll be just fine. All right, so that, see that inserter, and that right there. All right, and that'll be our science coming out the bottom. Let's see. That the way we want to do that? I think that's exactly the way we want to do that. And then we want to basically just copy this and paste it over here. And let's see, I would actually nope, I think that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted that there. Let's take you out and put you over on this side, and we'll have the science out the middle. That, and then on this side, we'll have an input of whatever that is. In, chest, that way. Make it a little bit kind of symmetrically. All right, and that looks pretty good to me. The only thing we're going to need is a couple of a couple of belts coming in like that in the middle. And we can actually get just some regular inserters on those, and that's going to feed our satellites. And I think that will just about do it. If I could get up here, let's see, I'll grab some power poles. We'll see if we can't get this guy powered in a reasonable way. That. Are these hooked up? No. Okay, and that just leaves you right there. Oh, I'd rather not do an off-center power pole right there. Tell you what, let's go ahead and spend the extra resources and do something like that. Yeah. I don't know why we're starting to worry about aesthetics right now. But, I don't know. I guess it's better late than never, right? There we go. That gets everything powered. Yep. That gets everything moduled. Yep. And I think that looks like a fairly reasonable launch, a launch facility to me. All right, so let's think about this here. We have satellites coming in here. We have rocket fuel coming in here. There's no reason why we can't just take this belt down, right? So yeah, let's take you through. We need that power pole there. We do. Could we take this far enough? Or we could put a power pole here. Can. All right, so we need one input at the bottom. We have 2 inputs at the top. 3 inputs at the top. All right, let's make a copy of this. And boy, where do we want to put this in? We're going to need 1, 2 lines coming that way at least. Possibly even 3. Oh, I didn't build this thing far away enough. Let's put it down there. That. Copy it again. Put it right there. We'll run the lines through, and we'll see what we have. Okay, so we already have red up here, or we already have rocket fuel up here, so it seems like that would make sense. So let's take that right there. We're gonna have to rerun that power pole. It's just gonna have to happen. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so rocket fuel right there. Boy, that ain't pretty, is it? Okay, what if we didn't do any of that? Instead, we took this out. That down. Took you under like that. Put a splitter on you. Then that could go there. You would go off in this direction. You would go... We probably want to take... Well, no, we'll probably have to take the red under to make that tight. This would go and go down like that. You would go off... Oh, we could have done that with the yellow, couldn't we? Go like that. We will continue on like that. I wish we could take this one in. That would be optimal. You know what? We can. There's no reason why we can't take this up like that, since we're not running the rocket fuel there anymore. Go, and then we could take this down like that. And then we would have whatever it is coming in like that. And that could go just directly under. No, we'd have to go that one. Like that. That would come off of there. Split off there. And go down like that. So that would be... What am I looking at here? I'm looking at like double things there. I think that is what I want. Yeah, there we go. I don't know where those extra undergrounds were coming from. Sure there was a reason, don't know what. All right, so that feeds these top guys right here. So yeah, I guess low density structures would go there. Seems fine. We could put that power pole back. That gets you going. We put a power pole like right here. That gets everything powered there. All right, just take low density structures. Into that line. Rocket parts, they would continue on down. I'm sorry, control units would continue on down. We have a split right there. And that would go direct in. You two. See the science out? What do we think about that? It's not the prettiest thing in the world. Definitely not, but I think it's very, very functional. The only concern I really have right now at this point is what this inserter's doing here. What that inserter? What did I do? I must have blueprinted this over another copy of it. Oh yeah, look at all these power poles. What a mess. Yeah, I must have double blueprinted that at some point. Is that all fixed? I think it'll work. I think it'll work. All right, so again, we've got all of our items coming in. They are going to come down and be grabbed off of the lines with these inserters, put into this chest, which it'll be just like immediately, right? As they grab in, these stack inserters are going to put them in there, and they're going to build their rocket parts. And then when the rockets launch, these inserters are still going to continue to buffer that. That's going to fill up this chest, and then these inserters can grab from this chest just super fast. So we'll always be producing something. I think that's the whole idea. The big concern I have is that can these inserters grab this science out fast enough? I think it should be okay. But we will have to find out. All right, speaking of science, let's go ahead and run these science lines down. One thing is I think we only left room for 6 sciences on this line, and we're going to have 7. We may have to account for that some way or another. Oh, can I build right there? Oh, okay. All right, so that's our science out. What are you guys doing? Okay, you're coming. Fantastic. I I think this looks good to me. Let's go ahead and get everything hooked up. Let's see, you're going there, you're going there. Give you guys your bad blueprints. And let's see what we got here. Okay, low density structures, splitting. You guys splitting off. They're going in the chest. We're missing an inserter there. Are we missing that over there too? No. Are these fast inserters keeping up? I'm gonna go ahead and say they are. That looks plenty fast to me. Fuel's even starting to back up a little bit. Let's set the auto launch with cargo. Actually, you know what? Let's just hold off on that. We'll see how these guys build up. No, let's go and do it on both. In the last series, I got the 2 rocket silos synchronized. It was not intentional on my part. It just sort of happened. Oh, we're missing a beacon right there. That's actually could affect things. Probably not, but saying it could. Okay, there's something we could do. Shift, delete, delete, control. Right click. I don't remember what it was. Don't remember. There's a shortcut for that. I will look it up after this episode. All right, 68%. Can't get 1 rocket a minute with 1 rocket silo. I don't remember if I'd mentioned that earlier. It's the number with all the speed modules and things is like 1.1 or 1.01 or something ridiculous like that. It's just barely over the cusp of not being able to do it. That's why you need the 2. And you control the speed with the rate at which you are manufacturing the parts. And you actually shoot for 2 rockets every 2 minutes as opposed to 1 rocket every minute. All right, 99%. We're almost there. We're there. Fantastic. All right, so now the animation's going. These inserters are now not working. Nothing's being inserted. But the chests are still buffering. We're getting a nice little supply here. So that whenever the rocket goes back off, these inserters are just going to grab it really quick, and we're going to make a whole bunch of parts really fast. At least that's the idea. See how fast this chest goes down. Hey, we won the game. That's funny. Continue. All right, so there we go. Yeah, see, look how fast he grabs that stuff out of there. We're just gonna zoom right through these first couple parts. Okay, science is not doing great. Yeah, I actually don't like the way you guys are combining, if I'm honest. Let's combine you with a splitter and see if that unloads a little bit more evenly. Yeah, that's looking a lot better to me. And are we going to get done in time? It looks like we'll be okay. Yeah, that setup was just causing the inside lines to feed the output belt. The lines on the outside here were backing up, which made it to where only one splitter, or I guess the inside here and the inside here were backing up, causing these inserters to back up. So only one of them was sending the science out. That is no bueno. All right, we're launching our next one already. They're not quite in sync. Like I said, I accidentally did that in the last series. It just sort of happened. So maybe it's something that may happen over time. All right, well, that's looking pretty good. I don't think we're going to get an accurate read on that science until we go far enough out. We're gonna have to let it run for a while. Regular science is looking pretty darn good though. Liking that a lot. And it looks like we're getting our stuff out fast enough. So I'm very pleased with that as well. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have plenty of time to get that stuff out. That was a concern because if you launch a rocket with science in there, it gets wiped out. When the 1,000 from the launch comes, we do not want that to happen. You do not want your space science to ever back up. Oh, this right here. Somebody made a suggestion. I forget what it was. What we can do is set a filter, output filter for space science on the right. And that'll make it where these space science packs, I don't remember how much it is, they don't end up in that little section right there. You know what I'm talking about? Something I never really thought of before, but if that's enough. There's a mod out there you can get that basically removes that part and doesn't allow that to occur. I don't know if it's cosmetic or if it actually takes the materials out, but there's actually, I don't know if it's like 4 or 6 bottles that can get stuck there. We're really splitting hairs now, but still, you know. Yeah, there we go. No bottle stuck. That's fantastic. All right, we're 100% efficient now. All right, well, this looks okay. I'm okay with this. It's a little belt spaghetti here toward the end, but it's going to be completely functional. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I think what I want to do in the next episode is get all the changes that we've made over here. We've made some improvements here and there, and plus, from this point down, all this right here is brand new, dedicated to space science. So I want to get that in the main factory. Then I want to get the buses set up. And then I want to see what kind of nightmare we have with our trains. I'm suspecting we're going to need more. I'm a little bit panicky about that. But we'll see. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you then. Have a good one.